like the CEO.
I'm sorry?
Can you put me to the CEO's answering machine? I
What's
would
the reason
like,
for the call?
yes, I would like to speak to Mr. Brian Murray. It's Morgan Magan. Can please speak to his answering machine?
May I ask the reason for the call?
Yes, it is Morgan Magan, and I am calling regarding one of my books I want to publish with you.
You too. Unfortunately, I won't be able to trust you to Brian for that reason. Can you give me more information on the nature of your call?
Okay, the nature is I spoke to you yesterday, if not on Sunday. Hi, ma'am, and I'm calling to see if um Miss um Sharon Creech's book, some parts of that could be put in my book because wrote a book called Ruby Sharon Creech's Ruby Holler Belongs to Me, or Ruby Holler by Sharon Creech Belongs to Me.
Okay, if you want a part of someone else's book that's from Harper Collins in your book, you have to fill out the request form on permissions.harpercollins.com. That's the only way to get permissions to use it in your book.
Yes,
You have to do it online. That is the only way. I'm sorry.
yes, I know you said that, ma'am, but you see, the thing is, my team and I have been trying to reach them through me for a long time, um, and everything, and I type slow and everything.
Okay, it takes 16 to 20 weeks, so allow them to get back to you.
So I type slow. Is there any other way?
No, that's the only way. I'm sorry.
All right. What is your name, ma'am?
This is the receptionist at Harper Collins.
Oh, please, please share your name if you don't mind that, ma'am, because I'm going to try to find another way to reach Mr. Brian Murray, CEO of Harper Collins.
Unfortunately, I can't give out my name, but you can list me down as the receptionist at Harper Collins, and you can list the time that you called.
Okay, you can't
Okay?
give me your name. Okay, ma'am, one more question, and I really need help, so I'm not trying to be pushy, but can you not give me your name based on the company or by choice?
That's company policy.
Alright, okay, then thank you, ma'am. Have a good April 2nd in 20 I mean May 2nd in 2023.
Okay, you have a good day as well. Bye.
All right. It is May 2nd in 2023. Mr. Brian Murray. Hi, how are you? It is Morgan Magan, and I wrote a book called Ruby Holler by Sharon Creech Belongs to Me. It's most likely going to be that one because that one is the latter. The first option, or the first way I put it in my other videos, is Sharon Creech's Ruby Holler belongs to me, but I am, like I said, going to be going with the latter one most likely, and of course, as you know, with the receptionist of Harper Collins. She says, and I'm going to take her word on it because I believe on giving um, people the benefit of the doubt. She says it is Harper Collins' policy and she can't give out her name. Anyway, pleased to meet you. My name is Morgan Magan, and you have come to the How to Avoid Fraud channel by Morgan Magan, and that's because I want to be a book writer and Ruby Holler by Sharon Creech is one of my favorite books. Let me tell you how the rest of my story goes. So, for example, I put in my book that I fell in love literature wise with the um, imagery of Miss Creech that she put in Ruby Holler with Dallas following the silver bird. I put that she um, had me fall in love with the book because I have friends in Boston where the book is based off of, I'm assuming, Boston, Massachusetts, and I have a friend from there and friends from there through that friend. And I also like the part where about it's about togetherness because these two um, kids, Dallas and Sherry, I believe is his sister's name. Yes, Sherry. Um, are taken by their parents every now and then in the book to go visit orphanages and cheer up the kids, make them feel like um, they belong in the sense that something and somebody bigger than themselves, along with Dallas and Sherry, cares about the orphanage kids and everything. And that's a message of togetherness that I like about the book. I also like how safety wise Mr. Trepid, their neighbor, says that out of his garden they're going to be picking picking weeds together with him, meaning Sherry and Dallas, if Dallas doesn't stop leaning too far out of the window, and while he is leaning almost too far out the window or too far out the window, his eyes are gazing at the silver bird, and he's just so fascinated by it and everything, and you really get a childhood love of oneness with the universe and nature because of that. So those are some parts that I like about the book that I mentioned in my book. My, my story goes that um like this. One day I was um in middle school and I got the book from my library, and my family helped me to put it back in my room where I was reading it for the most part because I asked them to, and I just loved the book so much I couldn't put it down in the expression way. But one day I did, and then it didn't get put back in my usual reading spot. So I couldn't find it for a while, and my family and I were looking for it. We finally found it, but in the meantime, before that happened, I was only 13 then, so I got help from my family to pay for the book, and eventually our money was returned. But when we found the book, I liked it so much, and I still like it. But I remember being so fascinated by the book, and um, it really inspired me to be an author so much. It was one of the books that inspired me so much that I actually wanted to keep the book after it was paid for. I remember that a check was written on my behalf for the book for $17, and before I wanted to keep it, I ended up changing my mind later with no pressure from my family, but so that they could get their hard earned money back. I ended up changing my mind, but before I was thinking that since it was already paid for, technically my school's library and the librarians could just get another one, and I could keep that one. That was my train of thought before. Um, Speaking of my train of thought, um, I have a train of thought entrepreneur wise as well, and I want to give to people in need by corporately being an author, and for my first book to be published. First of all, because I type slow, like I said before, my team and I are going to listen to the audio just in case we forget. In fact, today, Tuesday, May 2nd in 2023 or 5 to 2023, I actually started off, which is not recorded in this video, but I actually started off trying to get the number for um, my typist because for now, um, friends help me out until I get the money to pay them and help people from being a typist, from being an au- author and typist myself. Sometimes when my typist won't be able to come into work. Yes, but I will need a professional typist group for my book and permission license wise to put Miss Sharon Creech's work in my book. Otherwise, it would be ripping off Miss Sharon Creech and giving that her work has won children's medals and everything, including the California reader. That would be wrong. Also, because she gave me the idea for this story in a way with her parts of the book that I remember. So I'm writing it about the experience I had when reading Ruby Holler by her. And of course, that wouldn't be acknowledging that um, if I just plagiarized her. For those two reasons, uh, first, along with it being illegal, as the third reason, that's why I do not want to plagiarize your work as her publishers or otherwise Miss Sharon Creech. So that is why I am asking for license permission to produce this book with the written copies coming to you as soon as you get back to me or as soon as um somebody returns my calls other than the receptionist. Please and thank you. Because otherwise, I just want to inspire people with inflation left and right and other reasons like COVID. People just need a boost to let America know we can get entrepreneur wise out of the recession that we seem to be in, and I just want to help people inspiration wise and CEO wise by being an author to do the same. Thank you for listening and excuse the noise in my office. Thank you so much. on this fifth month of 2023 on Tuesday for listening, and please be in touch. You can email me at morganmagan at gmail.com. Put a comment in my YouTube channel comments, or if you're on social media, or at 770-895-4466. Again, that is 770-895-4466. You can call me, please, and thank you. I look forward to working with your company. The next book that is on my own that I'm going to have you um, publish is one that takes the laws we learn that govern our great nation and should govern the world because they're about peace and liberty. We learn them at such a young age, and it's going to be about how kids can change the world. And as a young lady, I don't believe like we should ever forget the rules. So this book is going to talk about um, those rules in a way that children can learn from their parents, and when they learn to read, they can read back for fun to their parents, and it's called I Met the President, and it's going to be published author-wise by me, Morgan Magan. By the way, my date of birth is something you need to know, and it is the 12th of March or March 12th in 2007. March 12th, 2007. That's when I was born. Until I talk to you, Harper Collins and CEO Mr. Brian Murray, thank you for listening, and please keep in touch because there's nothing more than entrepreneur wise through becoming an author. I would like them to help people other than myself, and I want to start um, Morgan Magan Inc. and everything. So I want to be registered as an author with the state of Georgia. Thank you. And again, please excuse the background office noise. You know how CEO corporate time can be though, so I don't need to remind you of that, but please excuse the office noise.
Down the computer.